What's up, people? It's great to be back right here, right now on PowerDrift. It's not me saying this, it's this, the updated, facelifted Honda City for 2023. And in this video, I'm going to tell you changes that Honda has brought to India's most loved mid-size sedan and also answer some frequently asked questions about their hybrid technology. So stay tuned, there's a lot of information coming your way. Alright, let's get this done with quickly because Honda, they've not made too many changes to the car. On the front, you can see a slightly reprofiled bumper. It gets some carbon fiber treated plastic elements. Also, it gets a new grille. It's got a new mesh and the chrome on the front is slightly sleeker. What you see here is a new shade that they've added. It's called the Obsidian Blue. And also, you get new design for the 16-inch wheels. On the rear, the same treatment from the front is carried forward. It gets a little sporty diffuser element finished in carbon fiber. Quite nice. And that's about it. Now with this Honda City, they've added new variants, new entry-level variants, which makes the car more accessible. It is 30,000 lesser if you're buying the ICE variant and almost a lakh lesser if you're buying the hybrid variant. Let's quickly hop inside and see the changes that Honda has made here. You get a whole lot of new features. Let's begin with the screen. The resolution that has been updated, even the resolution output from the rear camera, that is a lot better. It's crisper, and that is a great and welcome addition here. Also, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Not just that, it also gets a wireless charging pad, and this unit can be completely detached if you don't want it sitting here. It's a retrofit, but it does the job. Now, on the ICE variant is where the wireless charger sits here. With the hybrid variant, it's placed under the handbrake. Well, it gets an e-handbrake, so it's placed here in the middle. What the petrol-powered Honda City benefits from the most is this ADAS suite of systems. And what is unique about the system is that it uses one camera, just the one sensor, and that is placed here inside a rear view mirror. And we've tested the functionalities before. It seems to work just about fine within the city limits. What is also unique is that it can be paired with a manual transmission. Now, where have you heard that before?
In terms of the features, you now have a low-speed function paired with the adaptive cruise control, which means driving in traffic is going to be a lot easier. It also beeps if you've not realized that the car in front has moved ahead.
Alright, now let's get to answering those 5 commonly asked questions about a hybrid powertrain. So what is an electric hybrid system and how does it work? An electric hybrid system comprises of an engine, motors, usually one, but you can also have more, and a battery that stores all the juice. And all of these 3 components combined give you a powertrain that is thermal efficient and also fuel efficient. In the Honda City, you get a 1.5-litre 4-cylinder iVTEC engine, but this engine, it follows the Atkinson's combustion cycle. Now with hybrids, you can either charge the battery using an external source or else they can be self-charged like how the Honda City does. The benefit here is no dependency on cables, and that, in my opinion, is quite a good thing. Is the Honda electric hybrid system any different from Toyota's? Well, I'm glad you asked because Honda, they take pride in the 2-motor electric hybrid system. Toyota's traditionally, they've used an engine paired with a battery and a gearbox, and this gearbox is usually a mechanical gearbox, a CVT. With Honda, they wanted to ditch the CVT for something that's fast, nimble and more responsive. Enter the traction motor, basically an electric motor that replaces a gearbox, a mechanical gearbox. It's a single drive system, but that empowers the Honda City with faster acceleration, more response. It's like Honda recreating the VTEC kicked in your feeling for the newer generation. Well, if you were to ignore the workings of the Honda City eHEV, it works exactly like any petrol hybrid would. But you are here at PowerDrift to understand more, so let me try and break it down for you. Scenario 1, there is no cog on the dashboard, and what that indicates is that the wheels are being powered by the traction motor only. The engine, if it's running, is using its power to turn a shaft inside the generator, which then in fact is using the magnetic field inside the generator to generate electricity. And this electricity is transferred all the way back to the battery placed in the boot, and that is where all the juice is being stored. And this juice is sent to the traction motor as and when required. Now the City EHEV is programmed to run in this fashion without the engine powering the wheels for most of the times. Which brings me to scenario 2. When you notice the cog on the dashboard, it means that the engine has now engaged a heavy-duty clutch, and using that traction motor, which is basically a single drive gearbox, it is sending power directly to the wheels. The juice in the battery will only come in if the engine requires a little bit of boost. This is basically very similar to a mild hybrid system wherein the battery assists the engine when there is excessive acceleration on demand. But otherwise, it is the engine that is powering the wheels throughout, just like now. Now this is what happens between the speeds of 80 and 100. Above 100 is when the system works in series. The good thing about the City EHEV's driving experience is that all of this transfer of energy and switch between the engine and the battery, it all happens so smoothly you hardly even come to know. Until unless you don't pay attention to what's happening on the dashboard, it's pretty seamless. Now, one very key aspect about the City EHEV's driving experience, you must have heard me multiple times throughout the video stating that the City EHEV does not have a gearbox and it only uses a motor with a single speed drive as a gearbox. But if you drive it fast, if you pin the throttle, you hear something. Now listen intently, okay? The revs increase and then they drop, and then they increase again, and then they drop. So what is this? Is there a gearbox hidden inside?
The engine revs higher to produce more electricity, but it drops the revs momentarily to simulate a gear change. Clever, isn't it? Now the two-motor setup was invented to get rid of that CVT rubber band feel, and it does just fine. I say fine because the drop in gear change simulation isn't exactly matched to the speed of acceleration, but oh well. Better than the engine spinning hopelessly without going anywhere.
Is it worth the investment, and how much do you save? Well, a lot of you want a straight answer to this question, but there are so many variables in this equation. How much do you drive on a daily basis? Which variant do you buy? Does your government allow for any hybrid subsidy? But on a broader scale, if you're driving anything about 50 to 60 kilometers on a daily basis, your break-even point for the extra investment that you make buying a hybrid vehicle should come to you in about 20 to 22 months. Well, apart from savings, are there any other benefits in buying a hybrid? Plenty. This powertrain is a lot more thermal efficient. It is also a lot more fuel efficient. It runs quieter and cooler, which means your in-car experience is really calm and pleasant. It also gives you this sense of gratitude towards Mother Nature. It has the capacity of doing close to 1,000 kilometers on one tank of fuel, which means you visit the fuel station once a month probably. This is an electric powertrain that does not have dependency on external charging stations. The list just keeps going on and on. It's that great of a buy. It also gives you an opportunity of being the talk of the town or your office, or maybe your society, who knows.
There are other sedans in this segment that offer faster powertrains, but the City offers fulfillment like none other. Elegantly dressed, smartly powered, and supremely refined. Until you decide to coax the engine, that is. And if you keep things relaxed, it rewards you with exceptionally good fuel efficiency while transporting you in a cabin that's crafted with no corners cut.
You want me to give a verdict about the Honda City? Really? Alright. If you're okay with the limited boot space, the Honda City EHEV is the best mid-size sedan out there. Yes, it comes across as an expensive package, but you get a lot for what you pay. It's just surprising how Honda has managed to pack in so much in one car. It's mind-boggling. Anyways, I'll see you later. Thank you for watching this video. Bye-bye.